Hello everybody, and as you can see, that is why I am not doing too many videos right now. And yeah, it's almost 8:30 at night, and I finally got this shed to cool down a little bit. Thinking about adding something besides a skylight to this thing. I'm probably going to do an attic vent. Not sure 100% on it. It does have a vent over there in the back, as you can see the light reflecting a little bit back in there. Well, kind of not. So anyway, and yeah, that's your ugly fly traps up there, and hey, they want to go up there and hang out for a while and watch me, I'm okay with that. So we got this Gateway 2000. It claims it's a P590. I don't know yet. We got the quad speed, not the double speed, the quad speed CD-ROM. And this thing's actually in really nice shape. I mean, this thing is immaculate. It's a really good save. Yeah. I pulled one of the cards out of it. Still have the sound card there, and the old dial-up modem. Plus, it does have the PS2 mouse and keyboard there. I got a little bit of rust going up and back in there. My guess, it was from somebody's house that had a swamp cooler, probably. But the thing really wasn't in the sun at all. It's actually in really nice shape. So, let's take a peek at inside of it, lift her skirt, and have a peek. That just sounded wrong. Alrighty, I say that a lot still. So, we do have a hard drive in here. Probably Western Digital, that was their common preference they used for it. Oh look, another S3 Trio 64. Nice. But at least we have a PCI slot in there. Sorry about the noise from the air conditioner. This is the only way I'm able to actually do any videos with that little AC unit. Anyway, so sound card is a factory one that Gateway used. It's got the date code 6895. So hey, we're in the 95 system. So it's probably got Windows 95. At least I would assume, being P590. So Pentium 90 megahertz. This socket 5, it does have the coin cell battery on there. The old 2032, so that is a big plus right there. It's pretty standard setup for the most part, though some of the other Gateways I did. If you haven't figured it out, I like Gateway computers. It's always just been a big thing for me. The whole cow logo, just I grew up with that kind of stuff. I mean, that was cool. That and the fact of how they started from, I believe, Iowa, out of a barn. I mean, building computers in an old barn. Who would have thought? Sorry about the jiggly camera there. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't fall. I got some RAM sticks installed in there. It looks like the standard 72 pin Sims. I see 2 sticks are labeled as 16 megabytes, so we at least got 32. And I'm guessing probably 64 total, judging by the other ones right there. They look about right. So, that was a pretty hefty little system when they got it. So, first step is to swap out this slingshot ammo and put in new slingshot piece of ammo in there. There, you guys can figure that one out. And I'm just using my little pocket knife here, kind of release it out, and voila, we are gone. And so is my battery on my camera. So apparently it went from full to dead in 0.3 seconds. Yeah, fresh. Doesn't have a smell. Windows 98 Plus, or 95 Plus. Oh. So I'm going to get my floppy. Keep your comments to yourselves, people. I'm going to get my disk ready, and we are going to do a fresh install. If I open up CD-ROM, do a fresh install of Windows 95. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on, little gateway. There you go. So I'm using the Windows 98 boot disk, boot floppy, because it's one of the more dependable ones to have CD-ROM drivers on there that actually work, and for the most part work with almost every CD-ROM. So far they worked with everything I had, with the exception of certain SCSI. One of them being an old antique SCSI device, which for some weird reason just doesn't like it. I lost count. I prefer doing these videos on kind of a one-take thing, saves me on the editing. That way you get the full value of what it's like to try to get this thing working. It's not always cupcakes and cookies, as you would put it, or chips and dip. There's a lot of effort that goes into these older systems trying to get them to work. I hope you guys can kind of appreciate that. The younger generation, they don't, a lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them, unless they actually grew up trying to get these to work, they aren't going to get the full value out of doing one of these. There's a lot of knowledge that you got to retain for what's going to work with what. There's so many different variables in there. It's just, a lot of it I retained from my youth. I had a great teacher. Dave, if you ever find my channel, Dave, shoot me an email. I'd love to hear from you again. Honestly, I don't know if you're still around, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I ever mentioned this on a video. I knew I was going to, but I may be repeating myself, I don't know, I can't remember. His job in World War II was to sneak up behind the enemy and neutralize them, for lack of better words. And backstory behind it is he came out to my house and he looked at what had happened and he said, "You panicked." Yeah, I did. I didn't know what I was doing. I was in middle school at this time, so then he told me the story about what he did, and he said, in my line of work, if I panicked, I'd be dead. And you cannot panic. You panic, you're going to mess it up. Take a step back. Think about it. Evaluate the situation. Go from there. Don't rush it. Do not rush anything in life. It's not worth it. You're going to come back to it. You're going to destroy it. It's going to be beyond repair. You're going to mess it up. It's going to cost you lots of money to try to fix it, especially with an older system. I mean, these 500 megabyte hard drives, they go for a couple $100 anymore. And then you're lucky if you get one working. Don't panic, especially like a Sound Blaster 2. If you have one of those cards, you panic, you do something wrong, you fry it, that's $300-400 to try to replace that card. And on top of it, you lost a piece of history. But, yeah. Great teacher. Taught me a lot of valuable lessons. he was the only one that actually took the time to show me what to do, and that's where I learned a little bit of basic. I tried to get into computer class in high school. For some reason they wouldn't let me in. I don't know what the deal was with the teacher. Who knows? Apparently I wasn't her favorite puppy out of the litter. And that was on my old Tandy SX20. 20 or 25? 20, SX20. An old 386 system. He hated that thing. Oh, he hated that. Especially whenever you need the DOS disk, or the particular Tandy floppy disk that had DOS 5.0 on it, just to get into the setup file to change anything in the BIOS. Even if you're adding RAM, you had to get in there and change that. And yeah, then the heartache of trying to add the sound card. He gave us an Opti 931. It was a good sound card. It was my first ever sound card that I ever had. And by no means were we rich and well-to-do. It was tough times, but eventually then I finally got into an AMD K62 300, and I overclocked that to a comfortable 333, and I got up to 400, but I had stability issues. It was an old PC chips motherboard. Get rid of the C and add an S, and that's about right. So yeah, I tried doing this earlier. I forgot I needed to format the hard drive because I don't want anything on there. So we wiped it. We're gonna name it. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and throw Windows 95 on here now, and it's gonna do a scan disk thing, and they're just gonna find absolutely nothing on there. Then it's going to read the virtual drive that was installed with Windows 98 boot up disk. So once this gets done, I will, well, this thing's actually moving pretty quick. Ooh, 30 to 60 minutes. It's going to be about bedtime, so this video is probably going to be up on the 7th. Where's today's 7th? Today's 7th, I think. Oh, come on, Android phone. Nope. Yeah, it'll be up on the 7th. It'll be on Wednesday. Yes, I like Android because I like having free stuff. I don't want to pay for everything. Stupid Apple.